Gildy Photography, Taylor Mechanical, McLean Transmissions, High Point Cadillac GMC, Kelly's Pizza and Grill, Mcbain Family Pharmacy, Burkholder Family Funeral Home, McNally's Party Store, Holton's LP Gas, Falmouth Co-op, Wexford Misaki Career Technical Center, McBain Auto Service, LC Materials. Now let's head courtside for tonight's broadcast on 107.9 CDY and stream on 107.9cdy.com. Michigan's new sustainable energy source is all
to play on the Cadillac Vikings. This is your host, Gary Hawkeye Vanna. I'm joined by the legend, Bill Barnett. Welcome to Cadillac. I hope you can find your place around here a little bit. If you need a little tour, I can give you how to get around the booth and stuff like that. How are you doing tonight?
Great, Gary, I'm doing great. Thanks so much for having me again. It's a pleasure to be back up in the crow's nest here watching the Vikings. They're in a little bit different color tonight. And I'm watching my favorite Ramblers that have done a slew of games of theirs over the years. It's a pleasure to be here on behalf of the Ramblers tonight as they take on Cadillac and their Vikings. Tonight, the 5-4 Vikings, 2-3, fourth place in the Big North, take on the Ramblers at 9-1, 5-0, tied with Manton. And they came off of the Ramblers just beat NMC 50-25 last Friday night. The Vikings haven't played since last Tuesday. That might be a factor, but they beat Benzie 50-38. So this is a rivalry. It's been going on for a while. Coach Benzenberg's having a heck of a time with McBain. And can he win tonight against the green and gold? We'll find out.
Hey, I want to let you know that you are listening to the Pluger Mechanical pregame show. Pluger Mechanical, licensed, insured. Call Aaron 24/7 at 231-282-3194. That is Aaron at 231-282-3194. So, yeah, we have a big showdown. These teams started this little rivalry game about 12 years ago as just a way to just test each other's moxie a little bit. McBain has had a little bit of a legendary program in Class A, especially Bruce Copeman. And Cadillac was always kind of a strong program. They're good measuring sticks for each other. And Cadillac was dominating the games for the most of the time until about 3 years ago. And then 3 years ago, McBain has gone on a little bit of a run, beating Cadillac for the last 3 games. In fact, the last coach to beat the McBain Ramblers is
Coach Jeff McDonald.
Coach Jeff McDonald. And the reason we brought him up is tonight in the inaugural Coaches versus Cancer game, you'll actually see the coaches and some of the players on the bench wearing blue shirts with the Coaches versus Cancer, and on the back it says in memory of Jeff McDonald. He was a very great, influential man in the area, great basketball mind, but I also know that he personally touched the career of Ryan Hiller up in Manton. And I remember one time when Coach McDonald was he was on hospice, or he was close to that, and Manton was in the championship game against these McBain Ramblers, and they lost by a last-second free throw. But that broke Ryan's heart, because the last thing he wanted to do was take that district title trophy and deliver it straight to Coach McDonald as one of the last memories of it. So he's touched more than just the Cadillac area. He's touched all areas around here, and that's who they will be honoring tonight.
He's also touched announcers that have been I've worked with over the years, and just to watch what he's done. Copeman has the same history with his players. He's an amazing influence on them and a positive creator of great basketball teams. McBain, a very small school. Cadillac, almost 3 times its size population-wise as far as 9 through 12. But, oh, my goodness, look at McBain's reputation and their history under Bruce Copeman.
That is true. And now McBain is going to be honoring George Johnson, the Ramblers super fan, and won the post-game awards, the George Johnson All-Heart Award. So you have to make sure you are ready for that when you have to give that out. But before we go any further, a reminder, you are listening to WCDY, McBain, Cadillac, Lake City. As we are getting close to the national anthem right here, you are listening to the pregame show brought to you by Pluger Mechanical, licensed, insured. Call Aaron at 231-282-3194 for new installation, HVAC service, and light plumbing. As we're going to the national anthem, we're going to throw it back to the station. We're going to let Zach take over. You're listening to Rambler Basketball on the all-new 107.9 WCDY.
Michigan's new sustainable energy source is all around us. It's wind energy, and Heritage Sustainable Energy is harnessing that power right here in our backyard. Wind energy is clean and strong and reduces our reliance on traditional resources that have become economically and environmentally costly. Heritage Sustainable Energy thanks the community for its continued support for the Stony Corners Wind Farm. Heritage Sustainable Energy, bringing new energy to Michigan and proud to support local high school sports.
Your one-stop farm supply store is Falmouth Co-op in the heart of agriculture country. With locations at Falmouth and Mcbain, Falmouth Co-op has what you need to keep all your animals well-fed and healthy, plus bulk fuel and professional agronomy services like custom fertilizers and spraying and soil and grid sampling. Falmouth Co-op is your premier grain dealer and birdseed headquarters. And the Mcbain location has pizza, burgers, wings, and appetizers. Stop in today at either location in Falmouth and Mcbain. Falmouth Co-op is proud to support Mcbain's student athletes.
Mcbain Rural Agricultural Schools offers a quality, well-rounded education for the whole child. Mcbain students have a technological head start from the beginning with their own issued MacBook or iPad. Rambler students are immersed in strong curriculum, including access to a large variety of vocational programs, a winning athletics program, and access to a new state-of-the-art performing arts center. Challenging competitive times require a challenging competitive education. Give your child the Mcbain advantage. Mcbain Rural Agricultural Schools.
High school students are training for the jobs of tomorrow today at the Wexford-Missaukee Career Technical Center in Cadillac. Juniors and seniors from 12 area high schools can choose from 14 career-driven programs. Free college credit is available. Visit WMISD.org and click or tap the Career Technical Education link. See all the great programs, then talk to your student's counselor. Call 876-2200. The Wexford-Missaukee Career Technical Center on 13th Street across from Baker College. Proud to serve the students of Mcbain High School. CTC is the place to be.
And that is the national anthem. You know, whenever you go to the gym, you know that Harv Lucas is in there because that's the one voice that rises above the others, because he always says that is his absolute favorite song of all time.
We have Pastor Dave McMahon, on the Cadillac site, similar voices. I don't know which one's better, but we've got one of those guys here.
Oh, excellent. So here you go. You got Gary Hawkeye Vanna, and you got the legendary Bill Barnett. Jay of the Way, the boys will play. So you're going to come and listen to us do the game. Now, I'm going to have a little bit of a Mcbain slightness. We got an insider from the Cadillac, but he's very well balanced. So we should give you a great production here, as we are now getting the starting lineups. Starting for Mcbain, and we're going to have a little bit of a change in the lineup as we have a brand new starter, the senior number 30, Chase Pilkis, is starting his very first game of his senior career due to a concussion to Devin Morris. Devin Morris is a great spot-up three-point shooter, so they will be missing that offensive punch he will give to the team. But we are starting some veterans. And check this out. Mcbain in the road white shorts, and Cadillac with very special Coaches versus Cancer jerseys. And I don't know if you can see this very well, but not only do they have the purple jersey with the pink piping on it, and they have some cool decoration on there, but on the back where you would have your name, they actually have people that they're honoring or playing the game for tonight. For example, Kale Mickelson says Mrs. Joint on the back of hers. On the back of Logan Wild, it says Wild, so someone in the family right there. And Aiden, I want to say Don Scarborough or something like that. So they're actually honoring the name, and after the game, they're actually going to be giving away the names in this inaugural Coaches versus Cancer game.
Well, the excitement is in the gym. There's a nice crowd. The Vikings have had a good crowd the last two games. The last one they played dealt with other issues that were important in the community. Tonight it's cancer, and I'm very proud to see both schools here getting together and sending out that positive message that there can be a cure, and that if we work together, we can reach that cure. So it looks like we're almost ready to start here.
And Garrett Bergmans wins the tip, gets it to Justin Camphouse. Ramblers are in business. Going from right to left on your radio dial, trying to set the offense. Good defense by the Cadillac Vikings as they're keeping Mcbain well outside the three-point circle. McBain is a very system offense, constantly looking for that back cut, and the players are very patient for the open shot. Ronenbaugh kicks back out to Pilkus. Get back to the Ronenbaugh. Reset the cycle. McBain's ready to be as patient as need be. Look at that defense by the Vikings in their face. Daniel Quist goes to the basket, goes hard, no good. Rebound on that one right by Camphouse. Picked up and taken to go the other way is Tip Baker. Tip Baker kicks it out. Cadillac, a great three-point shooting team. They're either hot or cold, and when they're hot, they are unstoppable. Baker, trying to take off Quist. Quist batted around a little bit, knocks it out of bounds.
Quist is going to be a good matchup at 6 foot against Baker. Baker coming in at 6'1", maybe 6 foot, maybe a little inch on the roster. Good matchup, a couple of 6-footers at the point or at the small guard position.
Yeah, Daniel Quist is the most energetic, best defender on McBain's team. Got a steal right here by Logan Ronenbaugh. Logan Ronenbaugh pushing the action the other way. He's going to push it hard. Goes for the fake and gets the pump. Gets Mickelson off his feet and ends up getting the foul. Ronenbaugh will be shooting 2.
Mickelson, a 6'2" forward, a senior for Cadillac, attempting to block the shot from the side, not able to do it. Got a lot of hand, wrist, arm, and an obvious foul. 0-0 is their score, 6:49, first quarter. First points coming in right here with number 34, Logan Ronenbaugh kicks it off with a free throw. Forward and a power forward, plays those 2 positions for McBain.
McBain in a trap right now on Baker, forcing Baker to push it up the court. Swing out to the corner. Cadillac looking, but there's hands everywhere, but they get a travel there. Great defense by McBain, forcing that travel and the turnover.
Well, they've got it, their big guy, so to speak, at 6'1". The Vikings have a center, or at least is playing that height-wise, Aiden Raphael, and there's a lot of pressure on him under the bucket to do something at 6'1".
All right, Ronenbaugh has the ball in his hands again, gives it up to Camphouse. And now they're going to get Camphouse on the illegal screen and knocking Tip Baker to the ground. Sometimes the screen is where you leave your legs stationary. He did that. It was the arm push that got him in a little bit of trouble.
A little above body stuff, and nothing mean or anything. Just the contact itself is going to get that call every time.
Kick out in the corner right over there to Raphael. That is a good for 3. Hey, can you make sure to take care of the Cadillac scoring? I'm going to forget about that one, and you're going to be quick on that. So
I got her.
I appreciate that. McBain got the ball on the other side, trying to get past this defense right now. Man-to-man defense by Cadillac in the beautiful purple uniforms honoring the cancer. Long 3 ball by Camphouse. Little bit long, goes out of bounds. That'll go to Cadillac. Cadillac 3-2 or 3-1 with 5:46 left in the first quarter. Tip Baker's going to walk the ball over half court. Kick out over there to Wild. Attack down low. Now we're going to get the foul on McBain. We're going to call that on the floor.
There's a left-handed layup. Logan Wild coming from the left side and put it up and just got side smashed there a little bit. A little body action.
So that'll be the first one on Pilkus. First free throw is a little bit long.
Off the back of the rim and boom.
Second one's also long. Rebound on that one by Raphael, but they're going to get the walk before he can get the ball out.
Second time with Raphael at center. The guy plays guard and forward as well. He's all over the court. Has to do things maybe centers aren't supposed to do. One of those is handle the ball up on top of the key.
Well, he looked like he changed his mind right before he passed it, and then when he got the new idea, he was already in motion for the previous one. Ronenbaugh gets passed down low. Great block on that one by Mickelson, but the body down low. He'll send Ronenbaugh back to the line as the Ramblers are down 1-3 with 5:23 left in the first quarter. McBain is notoriously slow starters in the game. They only had 13 points against NNC and 10 points versus Lake City in the first game. Checking into the game right now is Evan Bohr, right cleaner. And I believe he's playing for Miss Dot. Ronaball throws up a second offering, knocks it down. Ties the game up 3-3 with 5:22 left. Daniel Quist picking up Tip Baker in the back court. Baker going the whole way, being harassed. Turnover forced by Daniel Quist. McBain's got numbers and up ahead. Daniel Rodenball, no good. Off the hands of Quist, out of bounds. It's going back to the Vikings. It looks like Daniel's going to continue to be that little gnat that's going to surround Baker the whole time.
I'll give Cadillac some credit, too. Their defense has been tough, and it's causing some heartburn for McBain so far.
Baker gives it up over to Runstrom. I got to get the names a little bit more. Over to Baker, wide open three ball. It's good. 6 points for the Vikings, 2 3-pointers, 3 points for the Ramblers, only from the free throw line. McBain back into the system there. Daniel Quist on the wing. He's going to give it to Verberkmos. Verberkmos likes his matchup. Spins around. Nice little scoop and score.
Great play against 6'5". Vikings up by 1 point with the ball. Tip Baker bringing it down.
Daniel Quist is all over him with the defense. Is harassing him. Rodenball overplaying that one. The ball gets away. They're going to get the foul on Justin Camphouse. As attacking the ball was Evan Bohr. Evan Bohr will be shooting 2.
Evan's one of our sophomores up on the varsity, 6'4" for the Cadillac Viking side of things. And he had a nice drive there, just had a collision, and without the defensive player being in the right position and stationary, that's going to get called every time. Second foul on Justin Camphouse.
Misses the front end of the first one. Checking the game now is number 22, Connor Murphy. We call him the microwave. He can heat up quickly if he's plugged in.
5'11" point guard. He's also a sophomore.
Second one is missed right there. Rebound, Daniel Rodenball. 2 sophomores in the game right now against the Vikings. McBain looking for the cycle. Daniel Rodenball gives it to Verberkmos. Bohr's all over him. Wants to check it back up. McBain still trying to get the system to swing through. Keeps the ball on the outside. There's a shot. Murphy a little bit to the left. No good. Rebound, Daniel Rodenball against a freeze of purple. McBain's going to reset. Daniel Rodenball with the ball. Looking to go in the corner. Thinks better of it. Wide open 3. Thinks about it. There's a nice steal by Tip Baker. Tip Baker all by himself. Daniel Rodenball tries to run him down. Can't. Easy lay-in for Baker, making the score 8-5, 3:21 left in the first quarter.
Good first quarter for Cadillac. McBain suffering a little bit with the slow start, and it's very typical for them.
Backdoor court by Rodenball. Rodenball with the easy lay-in. He has all of McBain's points. Excuse me. He has 4 of the 6 points for McBain. Garrett Verberkmos has the rest of them. 7-8. Going to the basket right now. Great little lefty move right there on Logan Wild. Good for 2. Makes the score 10-7 as the Vikings are up on McBain. 2:36 left in the quarter. Pass to Daniel Rodenball. Free throw line extended. Knocks it down. It's good. And they're going to be calling a foul under the basket. And I think they're calling on Logan Rodenball for aggressive. Someone's aggressively blocking out. No, they're going to be calling that on Charlie Runstrom. And that will give the ball back to McBain, I believe. So the bucket and the possession.
It's like a T.
It's almost like the technical is. McBain has closed their deficit 9-10. Garrett Verberkmos double team, comes down, stop him, spin move, no good. Fights for the rebound.
Yeah, there's a lot of good physical activity under the rim as the ball goes up, and one of the other looks like a Viking getting tagged this time with some body, a little bit too much body. So it's a ferocious game down there.
Yes, it is. All right, Tip Baker. Now he's going to be guarded by little Connor Murphy. Connor Murphy's got a lot more reach, but he's not as quick as Daniel. He's going to have to adjust his game for the new harassment he will have on this one. Dribble drive to the basket, kicked out right there for the long bomb. Board no good. And it looks like they're going to go foul on that one against the Vikings.
Yeah, the previous foul was on Tip Baker, his first, and now let's see who gets this one. Looks like number 3 is second. That would be Charlie Runstrom, the 6'2" senior guard for Cadillac. He's going to take a break, as well as Raphael are both coming out right now.
All right, you got to help me with this. Check into the game is Alec Barczewski.
Barczewski. Yep.
Caden McGillis is in the game for the McBain Ramblers. Try and set it down low. Garrett Berkmo's throwing strong, and then you get the travel on him. He wanted a little bit on the arm, but, you know, when you get 90% of the ball, they're not going to call 10% arm.
It's tough to see that 10%. And his feet were walking without the dribble. That'll get you every time. 10-9 is the score. Vikings up by 1. 1:45 left to go here in the first quarter.
Now it's Baker on McGillis. Little behind back dribbling. Gives it up. Nice drive on that one by Roberts. Bucket's no good. It's going to be going to McBain coming the other way. Quickly turned over. Roberts steals it. Gives it up to Baker. Vikings up 10-9. Baker brings it over half court. Roberts has the ball on the back of the jerseys. A. Wheeler. He's playing for A. Wheeler. Nice drive in the basket right there by Mickelson. No good on the layup. Good defense by the Ramblers coming the other way. Murphy brings the ball over half court, looking to set up for Berkmos. Berkmos down low. High-low game with Rodenball, and for Berkmos, a little bit long on that one by Logan Rodenball. Less than a minute left in the first quarter. Vikings are up 10-9. Haven't beaten these McBain Ramblers since 2014. Looking to change history tonight. They're swinging the ball around right now. Jacob Roberts has it, gives it up over to Bohr. Long three-ball attempt there by Mickelson. No good. Long rebound, Caden McGillis. He's going to push the action. He's going all the way. Gets Bohr off the ground, but he's going to get the travel beforehand. Attempt at the jump stop, but he got a jump stop slide.
Well, as a turnover, there's been both teams a little sloppy here in the first quarter, but tenacious defense, part of that. Yet some flatness, I think, on both sides. 10 a quarter is going to give you 40, so we're going to see that as a flat first quarter, slightly for both sides. Although McBain crew is playing even probably more flat than usual. Here they are, just 1 point down.
To Baker, has Quist on him again, and Quist had that arm right where he wanted to dribble. He tries to go over the arm, gets called for the carry, and it'll be a turnover. So with 25.5 seconds, McBain will have the ball. And with their patient offense, they may get a look at the basket. As Barczewski checks back into the game for the Vikings. Quist brings ball over half court. Kicks it down to Daniel Rodenball. Daniel Rodenball backwards drive, but he's going to get against the baseline. Out of bounds. The first layup did not count.
Jake Roberts right there with a little gut. He's skinny as could be, but yet he's got his gut out and it kind of bumped the player out of bounds, and we'll take it if you're a Cadillac fan, but that was a tough one for McBain to chew on, I'm sure.
And Don checks in the game, otherwise known as Charlie Runstrom. Again, Cadillac has names who they're playing for on the back of their jerseys. Tip Baker trying to take for Berkmos off the drive. A little one-hander, no good. Battle for the rebounds right now. Finally corralled by Daniel Rodenball, and that will be the time at the end of one. It is the Vikings 10, McBain 9 at the inaugural Coaches versus Cancer Classic. You're listening to McBain Sports on the all-new 107.9 WCDY.
Hi, Tracy from Don's Auto Clinic and High Point Auto and Cadillac, your locally owned dealerships. The holidays are here, and so are all the great gift ideas. Get $13,000 off on the new 2018 GMC Sierra Denali Crew Cab and get an electric Denali for your son or daughter free, or a 2019 Jeep Cherokee Latitude Plus 4x4 for just $299 per month, complete with heated seats, heated steering wheel, and remote start. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from all of us at Don's Auto Clinic and High Point Auto, growing together to serve you better.
And welcome back to Cadillac You know, I'm a Mcbain homer. I love the Mcbain, but I want to tell you what. I think Cadillac has one of the best student sections in all of northern Michigan, if not in the state. I know they are nominated for the best band section by the MHSAA, and their enthusiasm right there shows why. Hey, this is Gary Hawkeye Bennett. I'm joined by the legend, Bill Barnett. Jay is away, so the boys will play. Back in the studio is Zach Wiggins. Hey, I want to let you know that if you are leaving the area and you're not going to be able to continue to listen to us on 107.9 CDY, do not worry, because you can actually find us on this thing called the internet. Yeah, all you have to do is Google search 107.9 WCDY, click on the logo, and you will be able to listen to this game seamlessly from anywhere in the world. I know that Sam Baker is down in Texas, and he's listening right now. That is brought to you by McLean Transmission. For anything transmission related and for quality used cars, head over to McLean Transmission on LaChance Road between Cadillac and Lake City. Call 779-1394. Back to the action right here. Cadillac has the ball. They're going to get the charge immediately on Logan Wild. It'll be a turnover.
I didn't catch the banner on that play, but Logan just driving as hard as he can, jumping as high as he can, directly into a Mcbain defender in great shape, and valiant effort up until the fact that Mcbain had that covered from top to the bottom.
All right, on the court for Mcbain right now, Ververkmos, but that's Grayson, Caden McGillis, Daniel Quist, Logan Rodenball, and Daniel Rodenball out there. Great steal right there by the Cadillac Vikings. Runstrom's running the other way. Quick kick out. Nice entry pass, looking for the wide open shot. Baker gets about the top. He's going to reset the offense. Now attacking the ball is Runstrom. Kick out there to Raphael. Raphael is going to get pushed before he gets the shot. Should be shooting underneath. 9-10. The Ramblers are down. 7:16 in the second quarter.
It's the second foul on 34, Logan Rodenbaugh, if not mentioned. A concern, I'm sure, for Coach Copeman.
McGillis falls down, so they decide to tackle the basket. Mickelson misses it. Coming back the other way. Ververkmos going for the little long Euro step. One extra step, not too many, and it'll be a turnover. Both teams with 5 fouls so far in the game. 7 minutes left in the second quarter. Quist is just harassing Tip Baker at the top of the key there. Tip Baker trying to figure out how to get around him. Finally behind the back thing. And they call a 5-second call. That's talking about someone being in your shorts.
Daniel Quist, my goodness, what a great play he just did right there. He was a shadow for Tip Baker. We'll call him the shadow, maybe.
Yeah, I like that better than calling him in the shorts. Mcbain has the ball back, down by 1. Starting their cycle offense right now. See if they can get that easy look. Ververkmos to Ververkmos. Do I have to do Ververkmos to Ververkmos, Rodenball to Rodenball? No, one of Rodenball's on the bench. All right. So Grayson Ververkmos has it at the top of the key, still waiting for that wide open cut. Recycle. McGillis out to Grayson Ververkmos. He's okay with that. Wants to set up McGillis. McGillis with the 3-ball, but great defense on that one. Tell you what, these Vikings are playing a great 3-ball defense. Mcbain hasn't gotten any looks outside the arc there, but they're being patient. Garrett Ververkmos, top of the key. He's going to drive. Got shut down right away. Look all over again. Daniel Rodenball finally breaks free and gets the easy layup for the Ramblers and gives them the first lead of the game with his 4th point. 11-10, Mcbain. Great little drive on that one to change the fortunes again, Raphael, and now makes the Cadillac's lead 12-11, 5:38 left in the game. A little bit of an explosion there with 2 buckets within a minute.
That is
Daniel Rodenball gets free again. Almost gets fouled. Great defense. Misses the puppy. Kick out to Daniel Quist. Daniel Quist, long ball, no good. Rebound on that one by Wild, and it's coming back the other way. Little scrum on the ground. Ververkmos got it. Push it up to McGillis. McGillis goes hard to the basket. It's good. Mcbain takes the lead back again. And we're getting a timeout by the Vikings as the Ramblers are up 13-12 with 5:04 left in the second quarter. It's going to be a 30-second timeout, so we're going to keep it here. What's your thoughts right now?
Well, Tip Baker just was dribbling as hard as he could. He's trying to force it a little bit, fell backwards on his fanny, and when doing so, tried to keep dribbling, and he did it for quite a bit, and Mcbain saw that activity and realized we can take this ball away from him pretty quickly. They did that and took it right back down, and that's a huge bucket and momentum changer, 13-12. I think Ryan Benzenberg, head coach of the Cadillac Vikings, saw that and realized right about now is a good time for a timeout.
All right, remember, this broadcast is brought to you by Kelly's Pizza and Grill, Burkholder's Family Funeral Home, Mcbain Auto Service, Holton LP Gas, Mcbain Rural Agricultural School, Northern Truck Service, Huntington Electric, and the Falmouth Co-op. All right, it's going to be Cadillac's ball. Down by 1. Mcbain has their very first lead in the game. And now they got almost all the sophomores on the court except for Garrett Verberkmos. He is still out there as a senior. Tip Baker playing the point guard right now. Trying to set up on Garrett Verberkmos. Get him up in the air, get the hoop in the hum. Going the old-fashioned way is Raphael. He knows Verberkmos likes to block the shot, so he baited him in on that one.
That's our 6'2" forward, but he actually is playing, it seems like, more center. The Vikings transfer positions right and left throughout the game, but Raphael is a senior with a great play there, and possibly a free throw as well. No good.
14-13, the Vikings are up. 4:47 left in the first half. Murphy brings the ball over half court. You got Raphael on Grayson Verberkmos getting double team. Murphy wide open. He's going to take that three ball all day long. Oh, great rebound by McGillis. McGillis goes hard. Missed the puppy. Comes back out. Finally corralled by Raphael. Turnover on that one. What a scrum. All hustle down low. It's going to be a foul on the Vikings. That was 3 turnovers that should have never happened that the Ramblers were able to convert.
Going to be on Raphael, who just reached in at the end after all that contact, where there was four times at least where they're just banging each other independently of the ball and mutually. And then here comes one reach, and that's going to do it. That's the first one, actually, on Raphael.
Grayson Verberkmos, long three ball, long, no good. Rebound Tip Baker is going to set it up. He's got Murphy on his hip this whole time. Baker gives it up over to Mickelson. Mickelson, spin around turn, lefty, one-hander, it's good. Vikings have a 16-13 lead. 4 minutes left in the first quarter, or first half, second quarter. Mcbain just looked a little out of sync right now. Tip Baker tries to go for the steal. It's unable to get it. Murphy's going to force the action. And it's stolen by the Vikings. Come back the other way. Wide open three ball for that one by Fort. Knocks it down. Vikings open up a big lead, 19-13. As the McBain Ramblers have called the timeout. And they are going to go with the full timeout. So want to let you know, you're listening to McBain Rambler Sports here on 107.9 WCDY.
Kelly's Pizza and Grill in McBain would like to take this opportunity to thank their loyal customers for all their years of support. It's with your patronage that Kelly's Pizza and Grill can continue to support local schools, churches, and charities, not to mention keep serving up great tasting breakfasts, lunches, and dinners. Open 6 days a week, Monday through Thursday, 6 a.m. to 9 p.m., and Friday and Saturday, 6 till 10. Always doing their best to serve the McBain community, Kelly's Pizza and Grill, 100 Maple Street in the heart of McBain.
And we're back here in Cadillac in the Crow's Nest, or the second home of the legend Bill Barnett for the last, 47, 52 years, something like that?
16
years. Since Cadillac called their timeout, they've gone on a 7-point run, a 7-0 run right there, and they've stretched their lead 19-13 with 3:36 left in the second quarter.
One of those plays was Cale Nicholson's layup, maybe one of the nicest plays of tonight's basketball game for Cadillac.
Well, you're going to keep that in mind since you're going to have to give me the Judy K. Gildy picture-perfect play of the game. Verberkmos trying to force some action down low. Too many hands in there. Cadillac gets the steal. Baker forcing the action other way. Drives to the basket, and sweet kick out on that one to wide open Raphael. He knocks it down, pushing the lead to 9, 22-13. Vikings, when they're hot and they're cold right now, they are on fire.
Perfect shot by Abe Raphael with a little Samartic touch right there coming out.
Murphy with a little step move. 14-footer's good, and that'll give a stop to the bleeding right now, but still 22-15 Vikings as Murphy gets his first 2 of the game. Raphael at the top of the key, kicks it on over to Mickelson. Mickelson gives it up to Rundstrom. Rundstrom finds a wide open ball in the corner. They finally miss a 3-pointer. I didn't know they were going to this quarter. For Berkmos corrals the rebound. Ramblers are coming from left to right on your radio dial. McGillis shoots the 3 ball. He wants to get in the action. A little bit long. Rebound on that one by Bohr. Cadillac up 22-15. 2:15 left in the first half. Baker's happy to walk the ball over half court. Gives it up to Rundstrom. Trying to get that wide open 3-point shooter on this one. Ooh, Bohr got lucky on that one, but then we get the double dribble on Mickelson. There's a turnover. McBain bringing back in the seniors, Logan Rodenbaugh and Justin Camphouse.
Second quarter, 1:56 left to go, 22-15. McBain down with the ball.
McBain with only 4 points so far this whole quarter, so great defense by the Vikings. Camphouse tries to get down low to Rodenbaugh. Rodenbaugh has to give up the ball. Berkmos wants to take it to the hoop. Goes for the drive, misses the bucket, but that's because someone's hanging on his elbow. He'll be shooting 2.
Alec Barczewski looks to be the offending party there. We'll see. That is correct.
For Berkmos from the line. That will give 7 fouls on the Vikings. For Berkmos' first offering's a little bit long.
Aiden Raphael's uncle's here from Montana tonight watching the game. Mike Samartic spoke to him before the game. He's very excited to watch Aiden compete tonight.
Berkmos is unable to convert on the second one and then gets a frustrated foul after that, forcing a 1-and-1.
That is the stuff Coach Goldman is probably going to take a look at halftime. 1:36 left to go. Stay in control. Their defense is doing a nice job keeping Cadillac to 22, but Cadillac is deserving a little more credit. Keeping McBain to 15. This is a great first half for Cadillac, and a shocker with the team that's 9-1, 5-0 in the Highlands.
First offering's no good. Rebound Murphy. Minute 33 left in the first half. McBain is down by 7. Daniel Rodenbaugh gives it up to Murphy. He's looking for that 3-pointer. Rodenbaugh wide open. He wants that 3-ball. No good. McBain has yet to hit a 3-ball this game. Rebound tip Baker. It wasn't Baker. It was Mickelson. He finally gives it up to Baker. Minute 13 left. Vikings 22. Ramblers 15. Sorry, got distracted by Tip Baker sacrificing the body and the Gatorade jug and lots of glasses of water to try and save that one.
I think the water bottles took a dive and not the Gatorade, so there's a little trade-off there. The orange Gatorade container stayed upright. Close call there.
All right, backdoor cut. Logan Rodenbaugh wide open, makes the easy layup. Who's going to cut the lead 22-17. That's 7 points for Rodenbaugh, leading the Ramblers so far in their scoring. Nice little drive on that one. Good defense by Berkmos. It's going to be coming back the other way. McBain's ball. Murphy looking to take a 3-ball. Misses the 3-ball. McBain still 0 for 3. Getting up ahead of everybody on that one is Bohr. Bohr misses the puppy. McBain's going to come back the other way. Camphouse is going to force the action. Runs into his own man, but they're going to call the foul on Rundstrom. They said the man got in the way because Rundstrom pushed for Berkmos into his way.
Coach Benzenberg disagreeing with the call. John Emmington as well, just filtering out some questions. That's going to put Rundstrom on the bench. He has 3 now. Charlie Rundstrom, the 6'2", senior guard for Cadillac.
So McBain so far is 0 for 6 from 3-point land. For Berkmos knocks down the first.
4-point game, 22-18. Barczewski coming out, Aiden Raphael coming back in.
18-22 with 22 seconds left in the half. McBain looking to cut a little bit more off the lead, and Berkmos does that. Murphy on Tip Baker right here. Murphy's out there for a little bit of offense. Baker tries to blow by. Murphy closes him down quite quickly. Tip kicks it outside. Wide open is Mickelson. Mickelson knocks another three down. 25-19. Cadillac is just on fire from that range. They got a little home cooked with the three-pointer. Rodenball tries to throw up a desperation shot. No good. So at the end of the first half, the Cadillac the home Vikings up 25-19 at the inaugural Coaches versus Cancer Classic. You are listening to McBain Sports on the all-new 107.9 WCDY.
The harsh northern Michigan winter is right around the corner, and that's why you need to heat your house with Holton's LP Gas. Call them today at 231-839-4600. You can contact the office for specials today. And if you're a new customer, they have specials for you as well. Holton's LP Gas has been in Lake City for 30 years, and don't worry, they service the entire listening area. They've got 24/7 live trained professionals. Holton's LP Gas is a proud sponsor of McBain Athletics.
High Flow Performance is where you need to go to give your ride that sweet sound. Owner and founder Ryan Westorp uses the best materials and manufacturers High Flow's own chamber exhaust. Using CC bending technology in their high-end precision welding shop, they create the highest quality exhaust products on the market today. With superior design and engineering, they'll create that classic muscle car sound and bring new life to your vehicle. Count on High Flow Performance. Follow them on Facebook for more details.
Making the final arrangements for a loved one is never easy. At Burkholder Family Funeral Home in McBain, they can help you get through the process one step at a time. Serving the families in McBain and the surrounding communities for over 40 years, they take pride in providing exceptional services that families can actually afford. The caring and compassionate staff at Burkholder Family Funeral Home can help ease the burden. Burkholder Family Funeral Home. Visit them today at 211 North Pine Street in McBain or call 231-825-8191.
We've all been there. We rely on our vehicles more than ever to get us where we need to go, safe and sound. McBain Auto Service is open Monday through Friday and are fully licensed and insured to serve you. With over 50 years combined experience, they specialize in everything from brakes to engine repair with no job too big or small. Stop in for a safety inspection. McBain Auto Service, located at 9438 South Maury Road in McBain, or call 231-825-2729.
Providing great service and quality to our customers, LC Materials is here for you and all your concrete and aggregate needs, both residential and commercial projects. We can assist you in estimates, sand and gravel needs, project details, and on-time delivery. LC Materials is also in Cadillac at the Concrete Store. The Concrete Store has building supplies, stone, block, tools, and other accessories to help you finish your project. So when you're ready, call LC Materials. We're ready when you are, online at lcmaterials.net.
And welcome to Tuesday night. We got the classic Coaches versus Cancer Showdown, the inaugural one, as the McBain Ramblers have traveled all the way over to Cadillac. As Cadillac is up 25-19. Cadillac's not playing very nice host to the visiting Ramblers, but they're hoping to break a 3-game losing streak against these McBain Ramblers. And not only that, but it's going to be for the first chance that Ryan Benzenberg will beat McBain.
Pretty good for a math expert. I've got the fuzzy math, so I'm glad you're with me tonight. And it's a pleasure, by the way. Gary, thanks for having me on. Jay, for those that don't know, is out working on his other life, which is acting, and he's having some fun. He's got a big play coming up in the Footlighters this weekend, and I'm sure he'd like us to mention everybody should come out and see him, if possible, at least on Saturday. I believe actually McBain has a Thursday night game this week coming up.
That's right. But before we get there, we want to let you know you're listening to the McBain Hardware Halftime Show. Stop by and see Ron or Tyler for all your hardware needs. As my brother-in-law likes to say, if McBain Hardware doesn't have it, you probably don't need it. So that's right. This is a big week for McBain. There's no conference games at all this week, as they are supposed to be through the first half of their conference. So there was a cancellation due to snow last week. McBain is yet to face Manton But tonight they have to play against Cadillac in the inaugural Coaches versus Cancer game, and then Thursday night they must travel all the way up to number 5 ranked Glen Lake Lakers. Glen Lake Lakers, if you don't remember, ended last year's Rambler season in the first round of the regionals as the Lakers went on all the way to the state semifinals before finally ending their season.
Well, they've got some teams to play. Manton as well. They've got a nice season coming off this Cadillac game. Once again, though, you're telling me McBain starts slowly. Cadillac does too as well, but I think we outdid them in coming over that hump that both teams seem to have. It's just being flat a little bit coming out. Typically, that's not been Cadillac's MO this season. McBain, though, with a lot of players. You guys have 10 players that would come off the bench, and you wouldn't know which was the starting 5 and the next 5. So that could make a difference going down. Cadillac does play fewer players. Leading Cadillac in scoring, Aiden Raphael. He has 8 points. Cale Nicholson coming in after that 7, Evan Bohr 3, Tip Baker with 5. And maybe that's the biggest concern for the Vikings is Tip Baker is not scoring, sitting about 22% from the three-point line according to their team stats tonight before the game. And he's not shot many of those tonight, so obviously he's making himself available for shorter shots. Unfortunately, those shots aren't coming. He doesn't have a lot of shots tonight, so I think that's something McBain's doing, keeping the ball out of Tip Baker's hands, sort of letting other players get their hands and feet in there and see what they can do. Though Coach Ryan Benzenberg was watching this, I'm sure he's coming up with a scheme. He's up against the best coach, if not the best, one of the best in the state of Michigan, Bruce Koopman. You got to be wondering what Bruce is taking to his players, because I'm sure he can't be happy with 25 points on there. He wants less than 50, and the Vikings are on the way to do that tonight.
Yeah, I was on the website Max Preps, and they do a preview each of the game. And their prediction, according to the way these two teams have fared, is that McBain is supposed to win 60-54. Now, neither team is on pace to meet that score. So the second half of it, they're going to have to light it up, especially if McBain is going to answer their prediction. But tell you what, that one prediction told me one thing. We were in for a great game, and so far we have been in for a great game. Break down the scoring for the McBain Ramblers. Their leading scorer is Logan Rodenbaugh with 7 points. Then you got Daniel Rodenbaugh off the bench with 4 points. Garrett Berkmos also with 4 points. And then Connor Murphy and Caden McGillis each chipped in 2 points each. Big story, McBain is 0 for 7 from three-point land. And to be honest with you, 6 of those weren't even close.
Well, that would be let them keep shooting those if you're Coach Benzenberg. Although that can backfire on you, because that's something they've struggled with over the last few years, is getting out on players. That's one of their few bugaboos, is solid defense, complete defense, and that includes covering three-pointers. But you see a stat like that, it's like Shaq at the free throw line. I know it's not even close to any of that, but it's arguable to let them keep shooting until they start making them. In fact, sag in and block the middle. Don't let them come down on the sides or in the middle. Keep them outside in the three-point land, and that's probably what Cadillac could be doing. We're taking on a 9-1 team, actually undefeated in the Highland. This is the top of the cream of the crop here in the Highland here in Cadillac tonight. And Cadillac is in the middle, actually 4th place, 2 and 3 in the Big North. So they've taken some beatings and bruises here this season, both before and after our Christmas break.
Hey, I want to remind you, you're listening to the halftime show by McBain Hardware. Stop by and see Ron or Tyler for all your hardware needs. As my brother likes to say, if McBain Hardware doesn't have it, then you probably don't need it. So, once again, Gary Vanna, joined by the legend Bill Barnett, 16-year announcer for these Cadillac Vikings, came over to the dark side to join me to announce it from the McBain angle, giving us a well-balanced thing. We are at halftime, as it's been the Vikings three-point show, as they are up 25-19. You keep the official stats, but I'm assuming 15 of those points came from behind the arc.
Quite a few, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the points for the Vikings came from three-pointers, 5 times 3. So it looks like 15. That is correct. I'll even double check that. Both teams are bucking their average. Their average, Vikings usually score 54 a game and give up 52. They're at the rate of scoring about 50 a game, but they're allowing fewer points tonight. So their defense has stepped up a little bit. If you look at McBain's side, they're usually 60 points a game. They're well below that. They're on the pace of 40. This is Gary's math. This is where he excels. 42 points is what's allowed a game. They're already at 25, so that would make 50. So they're, they're giving up more points than they usually do, and they're not scoring as many as they usually do. So.
All right, so I'm about ready to throw it back to the studio because I got a secret guest coming up, and he's going to give me a little bit of an interview, and maybe it will spill over a little bit, so if we're going to give him a chance to hook up. But in the crowd is the Manton head coach, Ryan Hiller, and he's coming to give a little interview. So you're listening to McBain Sports on the all-new 107.9 Wcdy.
Your one-stop farm supply store is Falmouth Co-op in the heart of agriculture country. With locations at Falmouth and McBain, Falmouth Co-op has what you need to keep all your animals well-fed and healthy. Plus, bulk fuel and professional agronomy services like custom fertilizers and spraying and soil and grid sampling. Falmouth Co-op is your premier grain dealer and birdseed headquarters. And the McBain location has pizza, burgers, wings, and appetizers. Stop in today at either location in Falmouth and McBain. Falmouth Co-op is proud to support McBain's student athletes.
And we're back here in Cadillac as the Vikings have been on fire from three-point land, knocking down 5 3-pointers, leading these Ramblers 25-19. Very special guest here, Ryan Hiller, the head coach and Manton's legend. And tonight is the inaugural Coaches versus Cancer matchup, and McBain's playing for George Johnson, which I think you've actually had to know personally, and a very personal person. Cadillac had done the name Coach Jeff McDonald, and I wanted to hear your side of the Jeff McDonald story and what he meant to you.
Yeah, well, first of all, thanks for having me. Jeff McDonald was a great mentor to me, somebody I turned to throughout my career. Really got to know him at 7th grade when he was my AU coach, and then a bond had formed, and I kept in touch and in close contact with him and his family throughout my life. And like I said, he was, besides my dad, he was the one guy I'd call on a weekly basis for advice and different things.
Well, that's a very powerful message. Now, do you have any interaction with George Johnson himself, too, or any connection there that you might be able to share with us?
I just knew him through, obviously, when I think he coached a little bit at Marion and then at McBain. Just knew him through the game of basketball. Just a great guy and great for kids. So just another person I think was a mentor to many people.
All right. Picking your coach's brain for just a second, but before you do that, I want to let you know you have been listening to the McBain Hardware halftime shows. Come and see Ron and Tyler for all your hardware needs. As my brother-in-law says, if they don't got it, you probably don't need it. So what kind of adjustments do you think Coach Coleman needs to do on this one to kind of turn the tide on this game?
I think right there at the end, Cadillac was getting out and running a little bit, and they got some penetration and kickouts for threes. I think that's going to be one thing he's talking about, staying in front of people.
Justin Camphouse missing the backdoor layup. It'll be turnover. It'll be Manton's ball. And what about the Vikings? What kind of things do you expect their coach to tell them to do at halftime?
Well, I think McBain's missed a few easy buckets here and there, just like that one as well. I think he has to really talk about talking through those screens and
running ball on the breakaway, goes for the layup, no good. Verberkmos rebound, no good either. Rebound coming back the other way, comes the Vikings pushing the action. Kick out for the 3 ball, probably going down. They missed one, but they get the rebound, battle underneath the basket. McBain's ball.
Yeah, like I just said again, there was another opportunity for McBain to score, and they just happened to, not be on in their bunnies tonight, and hopefully.
So McBain's 0 for 3 on layups so far this quarter. Down 25-19. Trying to set something up here. Pilkis gets it over to Verberkmos. Verberkmos gives the running ball in the wing. McBain patiently waiting for the system to work. That free backdoor cut until they can get that. There goes Logan Ronenball. He gets his pocket pick. The turnover to Baker. Johnny on the spot gets the steal. I guess I call that steal because the Ronenball was thinking he had it.
Yeah, Cadillac's been doing a nice job at digging things out when McBain's drove or posted people up.
I thought I saw a whistle on that. Must have been a squeaky shoe. Ronenball on a breakaway layup here. Knocks it down. That is good, making it 21-24. McBain only down by 2. Daniel Quist, he's just been a big thorn in Baker's side, but Baker finally gets to Raphael. Raphael gives up the 3 ball, gives it to Bohr. Bohr's long, no good. For Berkmos, out-rebounded down low. Easy layup by Wild. As the Vikings now go up 27-21.
And that was another dribble drive kick out for a 3, and this happened. Cadillac missed it, and they just happened to get the rebound this time.
You know, I really thought McBain would be dominating the boards with the height of Rodenbaugh and Berkmos and the advantage they have over McBain, but over Cadillac. But Cadillac just wants it more right now.
Yeah, Cadillac's a very physical team, even though they're a little smaller than McBain. It's a great matchup, great high school basketball game tonight.
And McBain doesn't get any easier as they go to Glen Lake on Thursday this week, so they're really going to get cut their teeth and figure out where they really stand right now.
Yeah, we scrimmaged Glen Lake back in November, and they're a really solid team. They have a lot of length, and they can shoot the ball, so that'll be a great test for McBain up there.
All right, next dead ball, we're going to try and get Billy B back on. But you're doing a great job, Ryan. You want to try the play-by-play?
I'm going to leave that up to you guys. I'll stick with coaching.
All right. So, Rustrom, backdoor cut wide open on that one. Easy 2 there for Raphael. Pushing the lead 29-21. Vikings, and McBain's just looking for answers. They don't even know what they're doing wrong.
Yeah, knowing a Coatman's team, though, they're going to keep battling. They'll figure it out here.
Got a little bit of a hold down low as Berkmos has just been unable to get loose and to dominate the boards. As the Cadillac is dropping 2-3 people and using any means, including grabbing the back of the shorts, to stop him from getting anywhere. That's a dead ball. So, Ryan, I want to thank you for coming up here. Good luck with the rest of the season, and I want to let you know you're going to be on the radio for both 107.1 and 107.9 when you play McBain on the 4th and at your place. So, it'll be great to watch your games, and good luck.
Thanks again for having me, Gary and Bill.
All right, little scrum there. It ends up in McBain's hands as the game's starting to get a little bit more physical. And that was Ryan Hiller, the head coach for the Manton Rangers, who is tied for first base with the McBain Ramblers. McBain just looks out of sync.
Well, give Cadillac credit for that then, because they played tough man-to-man defense tonight.
Double team Camp House, and it gives up for the turnover. Easy lay-in for that. That one is Nicholson. 10-point lead, the largest lead that the Vikings have had all night. 31-21 with 4:08 left, and Coatman has seen enough.
Well, tremendous Cadillac effort tonight, unexpected to a degree. They've been flat. They've had issues other than they beat Benzie with no problem. They just haven't shown up in a few games where they should have on the conference side. This is always an emotional game for both teams. They're close together. They do a lot of scrimmaging and communicating. The kids know each other. The communities are close enough, especially the key athletes. They seem to have a good rivalry, and tonight it's no different. We're going to see McBain come out of this slump they've been in for the entire first half, where they have been flat. 21 points when they're usually scoring close to 60, I believe.
That's right. And this game is brought to you by our fabulous sponsors at High Point Cadillac GMC, McNally's Party Store, Amp Wireless, Fluker Mechanical, White Pine Boilers, McBain Hardware, Judy K. Gildy Photography, and welcome to the big show, Boostrong Construction.
I must say, Ryan Hiller's communication skills tenfold since he first started. The poor kid was a nervous coach in his first year. Look at him now explaining plays, and boom, what a great transformation he's had for Manton.
Yeah, that was great for him to come up and join us and give us a expert opinion. There's the back door of the Rodenbaugh. Rodenbaugh's led the Ramblers. Gets fouled on that one. Great move as he does a little fadeaway against Raphael. Raphael still wanted to get a piece of ball, and the only way to reach it is to reach forward. And he was clean until the hand came down and went against the knee, and there's the foul.
There was contact. It wasn't where you'd think it would be. And it's his second personal. First free throw up and good by Logan Rodenbaugh. 6'2" forward. The white jerseys versus the purple tonight.
4 for 5, Rodenbaugh from the line as he makes the score 23-31. Vikings up by 8 with 3:46 left in the third quarter. Raphael gets for Berkmos. He's going to drive into him. Great cutoff there by Camphouse and cause the turnover by Daniel Rodenbaugh. McBain's ball, and they're pushing the action right now. Murphy, top of the key. Thought about that 3-ball, then thought better of it. He was going to do NBA range on that one. Cadillac is just focused on keeping Berkmos off the boards. They're going to muscle him no matter what they do. Murphy, long 3-ball, no good. Gets his own rebound. He's going to reset the offense. Gives it up to Daniel Rodenbaugh. Daniel Rodenbaugh looking to take his guy off the dribble. Thinks better of it. Gives it up high to Berkmos. Over to Murphy. Murphy's going to reset the offense. McBain is going to cycle through, but Cadillac's jumping the cycle. Here goes Berkmos. Free lane. Ducks the ball. Boom, shakalaka, and that's a big 2. But Cadillac forces the action the other way, and they get the foul on Berkmos. They're not letting him steal the momentum with that dunk.
Well, that was a flush and a tremendous strength. One hand, right side, right-handed, and just a nice push straight down, coming on the rim hard. And the Vikings, yeah, the momentum, you could smell it just getting sucked out of the air here. And they came right back down, said that's not going to phase us.
Raphael marks down the first. Makes the lead 32-25. He is going to steal any excitement that Dunk had by disquieting the crowd, take his time at the line, and kind of let the energy kind of filter out the balloon. Second one's good. 33-25. Camphouse is going to force the action, and they're going to call the foul on Wild. Camphouse may have been a little bit out of control, but Wild was not set. So when there's a collision, you're not set on defense. Even if the other guy's out of control, it's usually going to be called a foul.
A little substitution coming in.
3 sophomores on the court right now with Murphy and Daniel Rodenbaugh and Katie McGillis. The seniors, Garrett Berkmos and Logan Rodenbaugh. McBain inbounds the ball. Calling for that cycle play. There goes Murphy trying to drive the lane, but Tip Baker's too quick and cuts it down right away. Now they're getting a little bit too much action down low, and they're going to call a foul.
Ooh, we got a little hold on 3. Is that?
So Rundstrom gets called for the hold. It's getting more physical down by the basket this game. They do not want McBain to dominate the boards because of their height advantage, so they're using any means to keep them off those boards. You know, I think the advantage that Cadillac has right now is they're just thicker than McBain.
They've got a decent-sized group of kids, not tall at all, but they have some width to them. A little bit more stock.
Oh, Tip Baker read that like a book, and now he's got the steal. He's going to take McGillis one-on-one. McGillis, great defense, but misses the puppy. Rebound, Raphael. Goes up for a second one. Going for the third, and then finally you get the foul. What heart did he have down low wanting that? And Raphael finally gets a chance.
He's showing some eligibility for the Cadillac side of the All Heart Award, bringing it back up 3 times. Fouled on the 3rd time. 2 good rebounds there. Might be having some blood or sweat on the floor. We might have a short break here.
Yeah, it looks like there might. Oh, Garrett Berkmos has blood on his pinky, and he's coming over to get that looked at. So want to let you know that you're listening to, let me get this correct. A reminder, you're listening to WCDY, McBain, Cadillac, Lake City. Hey, I want to let you know that if you leave our listening area and you still want to hear how this game ends up, because it could be a great finish, you can do that. All you have to do is go on the internet, Google 107.9 WCDY, go to their website, and then click on the McBain icon, and you'll be able to listen to us live on the radio. This is brought to you by McLean Transmission. For anything transmission related and for quality used cars, head over to McLean Transmission on LaChance Road between Cadillac and Lake City. Call 231-779-1394. So a little bit of a break in the action right here. Got to remind you, you got some awards you're going to have to give out at the end of the game. You're going to have to split them between the teams because it's such a local game that you can go one way or the other. Awards you need to be paying attention to. Judy K. Gildy Pitcher Perfect Play of the game. We got the George Johnson All Heart Award. The High Point High Achiever to the man who has the most rebounds of the game. And then the Hawkeye Player of the Game brought to you by Taylor Mechanical. So 4 awards, rebounds, all heart, player of the game, and the pitcher perfect play of the game.
You guys aren't afraid to recognize some kids out there. That's what it's all about right there, the student athletes.
But that's, that's part of the fun, The kids are out there. They're putting on a show. They work for it. Let's give them a little love.
2:06 left to go in the third quarter, 33-25. We have a little bit of a stoppage here. There was some blood, and it's on a couple of the other players. You can see it on Caden McGillis's arm. It doesn't look like it's going to hurt anybody, but he's got either a red Band-Aid or some red on him, and it's all over the court. Fred Bryant, AD from Cadillac, doing his best to figure out where it is, sort of like contact, blood drops.
Well, I remind you that this broadcast is brought to you by Mcbain Lake City Family Pharmacy, LC Material, High Flow Performance, the Wexford Misaki Career Tech Center, McLean's Transmission, Taylor Mechanical, and Northern Michigan Christian Schools. As Raphael goes to the line, 2:06 in the third quarter, it is 33-25 Vikings, and they make another one, 34-25. Vikings playing with the most heart, most complete game they put together all season long. Kicking out the 3 balls, knocking about 50%, you were telling me earlier, for 3 land. And Mcbain, they're just continuing to struggle as they've only got 6 points in this quarter and missing a lot of puppies.
Raphael, both free throws going down, Gary.
And for his knocking down the second one, you get out of the game. It's Nicholson gets in for him. Connor Murphy brings the ball over half court. 10-point lead, takes to the hoop, no good. Rebound by the Vikings. Vikings want to get out and run. Tip Baker gets it up ahead. Oh, he looked like Logan Wilder was taking the move to the basket before the ball got there and just skipped past his hands. Hit that dead spot on the floor. That one dead spot, it's not his fault, it was a dead spot on the floor. Ramblers ball. Connor Murphy quickly double team right there. Looks like they're going to be jumping on every pick. It jumped the ball handler and try and trap him right away. Tip Baker driving the basket, going against Daniel Rodenbaugh. Daniel Rodenbaugh stands strong. Berkmos gets the scrum. Bodies everywhere. Finally, Mcbain controls it. Logan Rodenbaugh ahead of time. Misses another bunny. McGillis gets it. Loses the ball. Baker finally gets it and centers it out. And now it's coming the other way, and they finally decide, let's get this back under control, because it was just chaos out there.
Which team?
No, it was just chaos.
Both teams.
That's right. We actually had a wrestling takedown underneath the basket, away from the ball, and they just let it go. So they finally stopped the ball with 1:11 left in the third quarter. Mcbain down 35-25. Cadillac, they've been on fire, playing their most complete game. There's the double team on the dribbler. Mcbain finally finds the open man. Tries to get down low, it's knocked away. Cadillac ball. Tip Baker corrals it. He's ready to set up the offense. Less than a minute left. Cadillac up 35-25. Good defense by the Ramblers. They are in their shorts. Once again, Cadillac in the purple jerseys, doing coaches versus cancer tonight, trying to set something up. They're ready to just play for the last shot. I just heard the coach say last shot. So with 28 seconds left, Cadillac's hoping to get one more shot off. They're going to work the ball around and they get it free. Stolen by Connor Murphy coming the other way. That was a failed plan. 18 seconds left. Mcbain needs to get something on the board here before going into the fourth quarter. Murphy's kind of trapped right there. He's got a 5-second call starting. Finally gets over to Caden McGillis. McGillis drives. They're going to call the foul as he's going up. He's shooting 2. 6:03 left. McGillis to the line. Cadillac up by 10.
Julian Lamond in there, 5'11" forward as a junior. His first foul on that play. Good Viking defense, 10-point lead right now. 6.3 seconds left to go here in the third quarter.
McGillis knocks down the front. That gives McGillis 3 points on the game. You know, as Murphy comes out, Daniel Quist gets back into the game because you know they don't want Cadillac to be able to run something quick on McBain, so he's going to be pressing the backcourt, trying to run the timeout right there. McGillis makes a second. Tip Baker going against Daniel Rodenball, trying to go the whole way behind the back. Outside to Raphael, 3-ball, no good. That would have been a dagger in the heart if that was knocked down. McBain just holding on right now, trying to figure out how they're going to make the comeback. As it is 35-27 into the fourth quarter, you're listening to McBain Sports on the all-new 107.9 WCDY.
When it's late, when it's snowing, when you just have to have it, it's nice knowing McNally's Party Store in downtown McBain is open 7 days a week, locally owned and operated with the friendliest cashiers helping to serve your grocery needs. From candy and chips to pop and munchies, McNally's Party Store, they're still keeping it cold. And wishing the McBain Ramblers good luck in tonight's game. That's McNally's Party Store in downtown McBain, open 7 days a week.
Good Tuesday night as we're at the inaugural Coaches versus Cancer Classic, as the host, Cadillac Vikings, have not been very kind to their guests, the McBain Ramblers, as they are up 35-27. Hey, Jay is away, so the boys will play. This is Gary Hawkeye Bennett, joined by the legend, Bill Barnett. It is fantastic to have his insight and his knowledge of the game as well as the Cadillac side tonight. So, Bill.
8 points.
An 8-point game. You know what really surprised me about this game? McBain only has 2 fouls. McBain, usually going 10 deep, usually gets into double bonus pretty quickly because they know they got another man to come in. They're just not, I don't know, they're not playing as aggressive as normal or what it is.
I think the Vikings are passing a little better tonight than they have, and their defense has been outstanding. We're holding McBain kind of at this point to half the points of what they usually
Raphael going to the basket. Nice kick down, but they're going to call the foul on Berkmos. Racing flavor as he was going to get there.
It's nice to have a couple of family members from each, a couple of different families actually, the Rodenbaugh and the Berkmos. What kind of advantage does that give the team?
You know, I don't know, because I know at practice sometimes they really go at it. Cadillac almost fumbled away the inbound pass, but they finally corral it. Tip Baker trying to go against Daniel Quist. Daniel Quist all over him, calling him the shadow right now. Wide open three-pointer for Mickelson, no good. Daniel Quist runs down the rebound. 35-27, 7:26 left in the game. McBain is trying to make a comeback. Garrett Berkman was wide down low, perfect pass to Daniel Rodenball as McBain starts to cut into the lead a little bit.
35-29, 7:12 left to go, fourth quarter. Cadillac with the ball. Up top, Raphael is going to go left side. Actually takes a dribble. Backdoor to Mickelson. Left-handed, nope, right-handed layup from the left side. He misses it. Oh, boy, there's a puppy.
McBain looking ahead on that before they get the pass. And they're going to give the timeout to Cadillac. So, 6:50 left. Cadillac calls a timeout. Up 35-29 just to keep their possession.
Bruce Copeman noting that that was almost a tie-up. In other words, a held ball, jump ball situation. And making that known. But quick thinking by the Cadillac side.
I want to remind you, this game is brought to you by Kelly's Pizza and Grill, Burkholder's Family Funeral Home, McBain Auto Service, Houghton LP Gas, McBain Rural Agricultural School, Northern Truck Service, Huntington Electric, and the Falmouth Co-op. Bill, I'm going to read some stats to you. It's either going to be a testament to McBain's inefficiency on offense or Cadillac's efficiency on defense. First quarter, McBain 11 points. Second quarter, 8. Third quarter, 8. Only double digits, 1 quarter in this game so far.
It couldn't be flatter. It's a pancake, and Bruce Coleman just let his team know that. I watch him every game to see when he starts really tearing it up, and he's doing that now. He's coaching like there's no tomorrow here.
Wide open 3-ball right there. No good. Rebound by Cadillac. Now it's taken back from Daniel Rodenball. Daniel Rodenball's forcing the action. He's got a man on the left. On the right, he goes all the way to the basket. Raphael hammers him going to the hoop. And Rodenball, Daniel flavor, will be shooting 2.
Good attempted block by our big kid, so to speak, Aiden Raphael. I say big kid. He's coming in at 6'2". He's probably actually 6'1". That's our size.
Tell you what, when Daniel Roma got the rebound on that end, you knew he wasn't giving it up. He was going coast to coast, and he was going to be the man that was going to force the action.
First free throw, no good.
Misses both of them. Rebound tip Baker. Tip Baker being harassed by Quist. Ends up throwing that one away. I believe on that play right there, Bohr was supposed to zig when he zagged, and it was a miscommunication. We haven't seen that all game. Daniel Ronenbaugh brings the ball over half court, gives it up to Verberkmos. Verberkmos back in from that blood incident. There's the double team on Camphouse. Someone has got to be wide open, and it's Verberkmos. Quist gives it up to him. Verberkmos is going to drive the hoop. Good layup, and it's good. It looks like Verberkmos is going to try and drive it now.
35-31, a 4-point game. Cadillac still leading, just under 6 minutes, fourth quarter.
Tip Baker gets a kick out the three ball right there. Finally finds in the corner right there is Mickelson. Mickelson loses it. Mcbain gets the steal right there and come right back. Mickelson gets it, and now they're going to get the cheapie on Rodenball. Take your pick, Daniel or Logan.
Well, this is as close as it's been for quite a while in this game, at a 4-point deficit.
You know, Cadillac's famous for being hot and cold on their shooting, and temperature's starting to drop a little bit, I see.
We've missed some shots, absolutely, including threes.
All right, Mcbain playing good defense right there. Little push off there, jumper, good. Breaks it open for the Cadillac Vikings is Mickelson. Makes the score 37-31. Mcbain down by 6. They've only gained 1 point on the Vikings so far this quarter. Justin Camphouse going to drive the basket. No good. Verberkmos goes for the rebound. They said he was fouled. That's why he missed it. And they're going to call that one on Mickelson.
You know, Mickelson is asking me. Someone did jump up and touch the arm of the shooter. It could have been another player. Certainly there was a Viking that had an arm, and it caused the shot to go sideways to Garrett Verberkmos. It's a matter of just one. They're going to check with all the officials. I would have guessed, just from what I saw, that it was, in fact, Cale Mickelson. They're going to give it to 4. Doesn't agree. We'll have to wait for the highlights on that one.
Yes, and if you want to rewatch that, you can actually, on the Rambler Review, led by students, you can actually immediately rewind it. They're the only broadcast legal to show this game live. Wow. Verberkmos knocks down the first.
He's all smiles as he made his first free throw. Had a little Shaq smile there, as if he doesn't make them all that often.
Verberkmos misses the second. Good rebound by Raphael. Cadillac's ball. Daniel Quist denying the pass to Tip Baker, making Raphael play point guard. Gives it up to Mickelson. Mickelson gets Raphael down below. He gets Verberkmos off his feet. Misses the puppy. Out of bounds. They're giving it to the Ramblers. Verberkmos has got that smile like, oh, yeah, I got away with one.
Well, they can get away with one. They're both playing hard, and that's going to happen either way. But another missed shot by Cadillac from up close, and an opportunity to just spread the lead. 37-32, 5-point game. Mcbain with the ball.
4 minutes, 30 seconds left in the game right now. Mcbain turns the ball over. Quickly coming the other way is Rundstrom. Now he's waiting for his posse. Raphael, he's just going to shoot a quick one. Long ball, no good. As good as Cadillac has been with the 3-ball shot, they haven't knocked one down yet this quarter, and that's allowing Mcbain to scratch their way a little bit closer in this game. Logan Rodenball has the ball, kicks it out to Camphouse. Down low all by himself is Verberkmos. Pump fake, and quick hands by Baker, knocks it out of his hands. And now he's just going to wait and get his boys down the court. 4 minutes left. Mcbain down by 5 points. Cadillac wants a timeout. And we'll see how long the timeout's going to be here. They're going to be calling a full. So you're listening to McBain Sports on 107.9 Wcdy.
Mcbain Rural Agricultural Schools offers a quality, well-rounded education for the whole child. Mcbain students have a technological head start from the beginning with their own issued MacBook or iPad. Rambler students are immersed in strong curriculum, including access to a large variety of vocational programs, a winning athletics program, and access to a new state-of-the-art performing arts center. Challenging competitive times require a challenging competitive education. Give your child the Mcbain advantage. Mcbain Rural Agricultural Schools.
In the small town of McBain lies a locally owned family pharmacy that takes pride in helping improve the health of every patient that comes through the door. At McBain Family Pharmacy, you're more than just a prescription. Here, you're family, and their experienced team of professionals are always available to answer any questions you may have regarding prescription and over-the-counter medications. McBain Family Pharmacy is your full-service family pharmacy for both traditional and compound medications. Call them today at 231-825-8175. That's 231-825-8175. Or stop by their store, located at 119 North Roland Street in McBain.
Good Tuesday night in the inaugural Coaches versus Cancer Classic as the host Cadillac Vikings in their purple uniforms with pink striping and ribbons for all the different types of cancers down the side. And your McBain Ramblers, this is Gary Hawkeye Vanna, joined by the legend, Bill Barnett. Cadillac is up 37-32. As Raphael gets an easy two-pointer, making it 39-32 with 3:50 left in the game.
Beautiful feed by Logan Wild right there. Great pass, great bucket by Raphael.
This quarter, McBain's really been trying to force the action and attack the basket a lot more, not settling for anything. And there it goes again. Daniel Ronenball misses a puppy, and it's going to be a turnover and given up to the Vikings. Vikings are happy to walk the ball up the court right now. Ronenball all over Baker. They missed the pick. That's all right. Raphael on the corner. Quick pass, touch pass over to Baker. Give it out to Mickelson. Mickelson wide open to Raphael. Loses the handle. Otherwise, he would jack that three. Turnover. 3:15 left. McBain needs to catch up. 7 points. They're down. 32-39. Can they pull this one off?
Well, it's what's going to happen under the stress of these last 3 minutes, obviously, is going to show that either way and to see which way each team breaks. And if Cadillac stays strong, they can win this. McBain has got to outdo them here defensively.
Murphy into the game, looking for a little three-point action. Don't see this often. Murphy and Quist on the court together. For Berkbus, he's going to attack right now. Kicks it out to Daniel Ronenball. No seams right there. Great defense by the Vikings. McBain has to find something here. Murphy backs his man down. Baker gives him nothing. Finally pass out, and they're going to get the travel. On Verbergmos, he was losing his balance, tried to put the ball on the ground to dribble it, and they said he shuffled before the dribble.
Well, he certainly lost his balance. It's an issue of whether his feet moved or not. It's hard not to move them when you're falling backwards, but it's possible that he didn't. He didn't like the call. They've had a couple of close ones coming back and forth on both sides. Balanced, and this has been a tough game to call as an official. There's been a lot of close calls here.
McBain in a full court press right now, more of a token press as they finally get to Baker's hands. Daniel Quist trying to keep up with them. Good job by Quist, the shadow right there. Raphael, he's had a huge game. Gives it down to Mickelson. Mickelson gets fouled on the shot. Will be shooting 2 for the free throw line. Just to remind you, this game is being brought to you by High Point Cadillac, GMC, McNally's Party Store, Amp Wireless, Pluger Mechanical, White Pine Outdoor Boilers, McBain Hardware, Judy K. Gildy Photography, and Boonstra Construction. Welcome to the party, Boonstra Construction. Anybody else wants to join on this bandwagon, feel free to call the station at 231-878-1079, and they'll be happy to include you in any of these broadcasts. As cool as a cucumber, Mickelson knocks down 2, extends the lead 41-32, 9-point lead, 2:28 left in the game. Cadillac trying to break a 3-year losing streak to these McBain Ramblers and give their coaches first victory over the green and gold. McBain still fighting to see if they can come back on this one. They had a little run early, but Cadillac slowly turned it over. But great move by Daniel Ronenball. One power dribble, spin move. He gets 2, and he cuts the lead 34-41.
McBain has to shoot faster when they get the ball. Cadillac is shooting fast as well, but McBain has to score faster to catch up. They're just taking a little bit too extra much time, and that's possibly been because of the Vikings defense is so strong tonight. Looks like a drive by Mickelson, and he's fouled in the process by 24, Caden McGillis. His first.
Hits every part of the iron except the middle, and it bounces out. Misses the first. Please remember, you can listen to us online, brought to you by Taylor Mechanical. Just go to 107.9 Wcdy and click on the Rambler icon. You can listen to this game anywhere in the world. As Mickelson knocks down the second, making it an 8-point lead with a minute 53 left. McBain, being such a system team, does take a while to open up the basket. Logan Rodenbaugh is going to force the action, attacks the basket, makes the hoop, and he gets the bucket as he leads the McBain scores. 6-point lead. Daniel Rodenbaugh finally gets called for riding the hip of Tip Baker and puts Tip Baker on the line. How many points does Tip have on the game?
Not many at all. I've got him at 5.
Okay.
Which to him is 0 points. But he can really shoot the free throws at the end. He's got a high number. He's about 80%. There's the first one. That'll make it 43-36. McBain, a lot of threes tonight or not so much?
No, not at all. They have yet to knock down a 3-ball this whole game. In fact, they haven't even taken one in the second half. 0 for 7 in the first half. 0 for 0 on 3-point shots in the second half.
So Baker making 1 of 2. The second one goes out of bounds. No rebound. Here comes McBain.
Murphy brings the ball over half court, trying to get some offense here. Tip Baker's not going to let him get any space, so he's going to have to figure a different way to get that shot off. Daniel Rodenbaugh gives it to Logan. Logan's giving up to Verberkbos. Verberkbos looking to take it off the hoop. Daniel gets fouled as he's trying to get position down low. He'll be shooting 1-and-1 as they call the foul on Wild. And Coach Coleman calls a timeout. And it's going to be a full timeout. So we want to remind you, listening to McBain Sports on 107.9 WCDY. You want to listen when we come back because it's less than a minute in the game.
Making the final arrangements for a loved one is never easy. At Burkholder Family Funeral Home in McBain, they can help you get through the process one step at a time. Serving the families in McBain and the surrounding communities for over 40 years, they take pride in providing exceptional services that families can actually afford. The caring and compassionate staff at Burkholder Family Funeral Home can help ease the burden. Burkholder Family Funeral Home. Visit them today at 211 North Pine Street in McBain or call 231-825-8191.
Good Tuesday night, and we got a fantastic basketball game for the inaugural Coaches versus Cancer Classic between the Cadillac Vikings, the host, and the visiting McBain Ramblers. As there's a minute 9 left in the game, and Cadillac is up by 7, but McBain is shooting from the free throw line, so they get a chance to score points without running any clock.
Part of this game story, first of all, McBain's offense isn't a quick little hitter. They take their time working it around, which is fine as long as they're making baskets, but they're not making three-pointers. The Vikings are, and they're taking less time to get their shots off, typically up until now where the stall's been put into play for Cadillac.
Talk about not making three-pointers. First half, McBain was 0 for 7 in three-pointers. Got a little gun shy, and they've yet to attempt one in the second half. Daniel Rodenbaugh knocks down both of them, cutting the lead to 5. McBain in the full court press. Double teaming Tip Baker. They want someone else to bring the ball over the court. Finally break the press. Raphael, he's going to go there. Daniel Rodenbaugh, great job. Raphael smartly pulls it back out because he's just trying to run the clock out. Less than a minute left. 5-point game there. He says, catch me if you can. I'm just going to dribble it around. Mickelson has it. McBain's got the foul because Cadillac's not going to shoot. They're not going to give him anything to do. Here goes Raphael to the basket. Misses front iron. McBain gets the rebound. 40 seconds left. Down by 5. Justin Campos over the Logan Rodenbaugh. Connor Murphy. Free throw line extended. Short ironed it. McBain. Rebound there by Cadillac. And 27 seconds left. Tip Baker is going to try and get as much of this time off the clock as possible. Waiting for 5. And they got a timeout on the floor. 20.9 seconds left. McBain down by 5. Cadillac has a full timeout, but we'll leave it here as we are about ready to have one of the most exciting endings here. Cadillac kept on dribbling the ball out with McBain not following, but they went for that layup, hit the front of the iron. McBain had another chance. He got another bucket.
Well, they burned up a little bit of the clock, and they thought probably that it was okay. They've got just enough lead. Let's go for it. It's a layup. It's a puppy. Then again, left side, right hand, not in.
And 6'6" Garrett Verberkmos on your breathing down the back of your neck.
That'll make a difference. And of course, it's Raphael, our so-called big guy, who comes in at 6'2" on the charts, which probably means 6'1". We've got a bunch of 6'2s. I think they're being real generous. What's nice this year is that McBain's got their height and their positions, and Bruce Copeland is historic for not doing that and letting people wonder, including the announcers.
That's right. Hey, remind you, this game is brought to you by McBain Lake City Family Pharmacy, LC Material, High Flow Performance, Wexford Missaukee Career Tech Center, McLean Transmission, Taylor Mechanical, and Northern Michigan Christian Schools. Hey, you're going to want to stay around for the post-game show because we got an exciting finish, but after that, we got awards to give out, and awards, good Lord. So stay around for the Northern Truck Service post-game show as Mickelson tries to pull this in right now. Gives it up to Tip Baker. Passes up to Mickelson. They break the press right now. Raphael has someone wide open. That's a smart foul on Daniel Rodenbaugh. Stop the clock with 15:04. It'll be a 1-on-1 situation. A little bit of pressure on Raphael, which I believe is a senior.
He hits 80% at the free throw line, too. 83.3% starting this game, before this game, rather.
And he makes the first. Extends the lead to 6 for the Vikings. 15.4 seconds left. A lot of pressure on the kid. And he seems to not even notice it. Raphael's second offering, long, no good. Rebound, Garrett Verberkmos. Connor Murphy brings the ball over half court. It's stolen by Tip Baker. 8 seconds left. Baker wants to dribble the ball out and keep it away from everybody's hands. 4 seconds left. And they're finally going to let it run out, and the Vikings break a 3-year drought and beat the McBain Ramblers 44-38 in a thriller as they give their coach, and I want to say this right, Ryan Benzenberg, his very first ever victory against the McBain Ramblers. You're listening to McBain Ramblers Sports on the all-new 107.9 Wcdy. Stay tuned for the Northern Truck Service postgame show.
High school students are training for the jobs of tomorrow today at the Wexford Missaukee Career Technical Center in Cadillac. Juniors and seniors from 12 area high schools can choose from 14 career-driven programs. Free college credit is available. Visit WMISD.org and click or tap the Career Technical Education link. See all the great programs, then talk to your student's counselor. Call 876-2200. The Wexford Missaukee Career Technical Center on 13th Street across from Baker College. Proud to serve the students of McBain High School. CTC is the place to be.
We've all been there. We rely on our vehicles more than ever to get us where we need to go, safe and sound. Mcbain Auto Service is open Monday through Friday and are fully licensed and insured to serve you. With over 50 years combined experience, they specialize in everything from brakes to engine repair with no job too big or small. Stop in for a safety inspection. Mcbain Auto Service, located at 9438 South Maury Road in McBain, or call 231-825-2729.
Providing great service and quality to our customers, LC Materials is here for you and all your concrete and aggregate needs, both residential and commercial projects. We can assist you in estimates, sand and gravel needs, project details, and on-time delivery. LC Materials is also in Cadillac at the Concrete Store. The Concrete Store has building supplies, stone, block, tools, and other accessories to help you finish your project. So when you're ready, call LC Materials. We're ready when you are, online at lcmaterials.net.
When it's late, when it's snowing, when you just have to have it. It's nice knowing McNally's Party Store in downtown McBain is open 7 days a week. Locally owned and operated with the friendliest cashiers helping to serve your grocery needs. From candy and chips to pop and munchies, McNally's Party Store, they're still keeping it cold. and wishing the McBain Ramblers good luck in tonight's game. That's McNally's Party Store in downtown McBain, open 7 days a week.
Good Tuesday night as you're listening to the Northern Truck Service post-game show as the Cadillac Vikings have exercised a 3-year demon and defeated the McBain Ramblers 44-38 in the very first inaugural, I guess I'm being redundant, very first and inaugural, Coaches versus Cancer Classic. Between those two teams, there will be a second game this season when the McBain girls travel all the way up here to Cadillac to play them. Will be the girls' turn to do the Coaches versus Cancer Classic, and we will be bringing that to you on the radio waves here right now. Just want to remind you guys that you've been listening to 107.9 WCDY, and I got the legend Bill Barnett here who's going to give us some Cadillac stats and let us know how they did on their scoring there.
Thank you, Gary. 19 points for Aiden Raphael, their player of the game tonight. Cale Mickelson with 12, Evan Bohr 3, Logan Wild 4, Tim Baker 7. Those are unofficial, but right there's your 44 points. The Vikings in a low-scoring affair tonight. And talk about low-scoring. McBain's been hitting 59.5 a game, allowing 42. They've allowed 44 tonight, but unfortunately, their offensive side of things was not where it should be. And when they were trying to come back, their offense was just too slow tonight to score quickly. And the Vikings defense is what did that, because they did what McBain usually does to us here in Cadillac, and outdoes us with defense. But I think the Vikings at least played even up, and they shot better. McBain had issues shooting.
Yeah, McBain's shooting is the story of the game. 0 for 7 from three-point land, and not a single three-pointer attempted in the second half. Scoring breakdown for the McBain Ramblers, led by Logan Rodenbaugh with 14 points. Younger brother Daniel Rodenbaugh kicked in another 9 points. And then we had Garrett Verberkmos with 7, Caden McGillis with 4, and Connor Murphy with 2. Pretty well shut down the whole time as the Cadillac Vikings are victorious, 44-38. I want to remind you that this game has been brought to you by Kelly's Pizza and Grill, Burkholder's Family Funeral Home, McBain Auto Service, Holton's LP Gas, McBain Rural Agricultural School, Northern Truck Service, Hunting Electric, and the Falmouth Co-op. All right, we got to get some awards out of the way here because we got a lot to do as you're listening to Northern Truck Service. Northern Truck Service has been the best diesel mechanic in the area. Call Jen at 231-825-6008 to schedule your truck repair today. All right, so we're going to start off. Judy K. Gildy, Pitcher Perfect Play of the Game. I saw some great nominations right there. I saw that a great power dribble, 360 move by Daniel Rodenbaugh for an easy layup. I saw some big three-pointers on the outside from Raphael. But it's not my job to pick it. What do you got as the Judy K. Gildy Pitcher Perfect Play of the Game?
I would have to go with that dunkaroo. What you call it?
Boom shakalaka.
There you go. That thing went down with authority with one hand and a quick jump up, great acceleration upward. That would be Verberkmos 1 or 2.
Garrett Verberkmos with the one-handed jam in traffic is going to be your Judy K. Gildy Pitcher Perfect Play of the Game. Again, we want to thank people that will make this game happen. High Point Cadillac GMC, which will be our next award. McNally's Party Store, Amp Wireless, Luger Mechanical, White Pine Outdoor Boilers, McBain Hardware, Judy K. Gildy Photography, Boonstar Construction, McBain Lake City Family Pharmacy, LC Material, High Flow Performance, the Wexford Misaki Career Tech Center, McLean's Transmission, Taylor Mechanical, and Northern Michigan Christian Schools. Hey, they make this thing possible. They let me do the fun thing, and they provide it for you. Make sure you stop by in these businesses and say thank you for what they provide. Now, talking about the High Point High Achiever, for the man who has the most rebounds, that one can go to either side, so I want to know who you got.
Who I got? I'll tell you who I got. So I got Daniel Rodenbaugh with 7 rebounds, and there was a lot of spread out rebounds. Not a ton of rebounds tonight. A lot of balls went flying that didn't make it in and were errant, and a lot of balls made it in. The shooting was pretty good actually for Cadillac tonight, but Rodenball, and I'll call him number 1 because he is the actually this is the sophomore. So the sophomore Danny has got the most rebounds of the team. He was in the right place, right time. So I'm going to give him the high flying. What is that now?
We're going to go with the High Point High Achiever.
There you go.
Daniel Rodenball, high achiever in the classroom and on the basketball court. He's tonight's winner with the most rebounds. Now this one we're going to put a little twist on. It's not quite in the notes, so I'm going to do this. Tonight was the Coaches versus Cancer inaugural basketball game. So we are going to give out 2 awards for the All Heart Award. I want you to give me the Jeff McDonald Cadillac All Heart Player of the Game. And then I'm going to ask for the George Johnson Mcbain All Heart Player of the Game. So give me the Jeff McDonald Player of the Game.
Thanks, Gary. That one's a lot easier. Aiden Raphael tonight played an emotional basketball game. His uncle Mike was here from Montana. His family's in town. His grandfather's in the hospital working through some health issues, and this kid has a lot going on right now, and boy, did he play out of his mind tonight. So congratulations, All Heart Award on the Cadillac side, and one play really signified and symbolized rather what he was doing tonight with his effort as he put up a shot, missed it, got his own rebound, put up a shot, missed it, got his own rebound, and put up a 3rd shot, was fouled, and this kid just kept going up and up. And he's undersized. They'll put 6'3" or 6'2" on the roster. The kid's 6'1" at the most probably, as well as the other players on this team. We have no size. The Cadillac's not blocked many shots this year. In fact, almost none all season. It's just one stat they don't have is block shots. They don't have the height for the most part, and I don't think any player's over 1 a game. But that kid has got a lot going on tonight, not only talent-wise, but in life as well. And I want to give Aiden Raphael the All Heart Award on the Cadillac side.
And I cannot disagree with that one at all. In fact, I think they should have him listed as 6'6", because that's the size he plays. Not the size he is, but that's how he plays. Congratulations, Aiden Raphael, for the Jeff McDonald All Heart Player of the Game. Now for the McBain side, it's George Johnson All Heart Player of the Game, and that's going to go to?
I'm going to need some help on this with your McBain expertise. Can you bail me out? The shadow was out there. He had some nice defense. We're looking at the Rodenball brothers, who between them put a ton of points, almost 2 decades more than that worth of points right there in the pocket. Was that by heart, though, or by talent? And did you see anything else? I need some help. You're going to have to bail out this old guy on this one.
Well, you know what? Kid doesn't get in the paper much. You don't see him on the stat line. But I'm going to give it to the shadow. Daniel Quist is the George Johnson All Heart Player of the Game because he was all over Tip Baker. Tip Baker, you said, has never scored this little of points, and that's due to one person, Daniel Rodenball.
Somebody was keeping Tip away from the ball, not giving him his regular shot. We're going to give Daniel Quist as a starter, the player that deserves credit for that. And keep in mind tonight, McBain was short a player. Devin Morris not playing. They were adjusting, I'm sure, to that. And it's not fun coming into this gym. The home court advantage was here for Cadillac. I just felt a little bit of a buzz tonight with our Vikings wanting to play better, and with the excitement tonight and honoring the issues that have come around our basketball program with cancer. Head coach Jeff McDonald for a strong example. Seeing the coaches down there with the shirts that say in honor of coach, and then dash Jeff McDonald on the back of each of the coaches' T-shirts. There were special shirts made tonight. I picked the purple one up, and tonight was the purple color. You know what the Vikings' favorite band is tonight, don't you? Deep Purple.
Deep Purple, there you go. Going in the Wayback Machine. All you CDY listeners know who Deep Purple is. Maybe if you were listening to our sister station 107.1, you would be all over that. Hey, once again, we want to thank all the sponsors, all the people that make this broadcast possible. Thank you, Zach Williams, back in the studio. Thank you, Ryan Hiller, for giving us a little halftime insight on the coaching world. And now I want to bring up the very last award. This is brought to you by Taylor Mechanical, and this goes to the Hawkeye Player of the Game. Who do you got for the Hawkeye Player of the Game brought to you by Taylor Mechanical.
Have to be their leading scorer, Logan Rodenbaugh is my first pick at 6'2", the power forward as a senior. Led points-wise. He led the charge offensively. And although Mcbain didn't come up on top tonight, they did struggle offensively. At least the Rodenbaugh brothers showed up and executed. And the other players did too, but the shots just didn't seem to fall. So I'd have to give it to their leading scorer tonight, the 6'2" forward senior.
Then congratulations, Logan Rodenbaugh, as you are the Hawkeye Player of the Game, brought to you by Taylor Mechanical. The two Rodenbaugh brothers, they combined for 23 of the 38 points that Mcbain scored. So they, between the two of them, had more than the rest of the team combined. Hey, you've been listening to Gary Hawkeye Vanna. I've been joined by the legend, Bill Barnett. Zach Wiggins back at the station, turning the dial, trying his best to make us look good. I want to thank you so much for joining us tonight. We'll return on February 1 as the Ramblers travel to the Bermuda Triangle of the Highland Conference, Beale City. Right here, you can hear all of McBain area sports on your #1 hit station, 107.9 WCDY. Good night, boys.
This broadcast of McBain Ramblers basketball has been sponsored by Pluger Mechanical, McBain Hardware, Northern Truck Service, Judy K. Gildy Photography, Taylor Mechanical, McLean Transmissions, High Point Cadillac GMC, Kelly's Pizza and Grill, McBain Family Pharmacy, Burkholder Family Funeral Home, McNally's Party Store, Holton's LP Gas, Falmouth Co-op, Wexford Massage